little bit, DMX. Dude, I don't really know where to start this podcast, to be honest. It's because yesterday was the day that I don't want to start on too much of a downer, but like fucking, I found out, Kobe Bryant died like at noon yesterday when I was waking up bright and early at noon, and I just couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. It's so fucking weird that he died and the way he did. I gotta say, first of all, I cried like all day, which I'm not trying to make it about me, but it's so fucking weird that I cried all day because I don't care about basketball. I don't know much about Kobe except for, he played basketball. He's one of the greatest of all time, and I just don't know if I didn't know I cared that much. And then when I found that out about how he's 41 in a helicopter crash, I'd never witnessed somebody, hey, turn the air off, it's bugging me. I never noticed how much, like there was so, in my life, somebody dying like prematurely, or like even the Robin Williams thing, or the Michael Jackson. I was 29 when Michael Jackson died, and Robin Williams, when he died, it was like 6 years ago. And Robin Williams was in my circle in my life. Like we talked about him all the time. I'm a comedian. He was a comedian. I met Robin Williams once and talked with him for a little bit, and just that was rough. But for some reason, the Kobe Bryant thing really fucking hit me hard. Like, I mean, maybe it's because we're the same age. Maybe it's because I'm going to be a dad or some shit. And his daughter was in the helicopter. And it just really fucked me up the whole day. And I had a show in Irvine, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it the way I do. I mean, I knew I'd be able to go on stage and, I'm a professional. I'll be able to get on stage and do this shit. But I wasn't sure if I was going to, be able to do it 100%. Now, I was able to. I got on stage and it was all good. It was fine, which I don't know, maybe. But I just was crying four or five times. I just people would send me videos of him, and then an hour before showtime, I was like, all right, you guys, you got to stop, man. I can't. I'm going to be fucking upset on stage. I just didn't know. I'm surprised how big of a fucking deal he was to the world. There's nobody who didn't know who Kobe Bryant was. Everybody knows who Kobe Bryant is. And if you're fucking 7 years old, you know who Kobe Bryant is. And he only retired 3 years ago, which I didn't even realize. 3-4 years ago. It's still fun. It kind of felt like he played basketball in a way. And then the thing the other night, the 10 hours before, LeBron passed him in scoring or whatever it was, and then Kobe was in the news the night before, and then in the news for being celebrated, and then in the news for being such a tragedy. It was just so fucking awful, man. My heart goes out to his family and dude, I was watching some of the clips, people were just talking about how he he made LA cool again. He made LA, I don't realize, I make fun of my opener a lot because he likes sports and he's fucking 35 and he doesn't, he's a comedian. I'm like, bro, just hang it up, stop shooting a basketball at the YMCA. You're fucking 35. Have a child. You know what I mean? Work on your jokes. The guy's so competitive. It's he's like, you don't think I can fucking jump further than you? I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm 39. If you're not getting paid to do anything with a ball, give it up when you're 24. But my opener is just let's go, let's fucking play. You don't think I could do it? And I'm like, not only do I not even think or not think, I don't care. But the point is basketball, when there's somebody like that transcends it, it's about an idea. It's not even him, it is him because, he's a real person. I don't want to take that away from him. You make these people out to be bigger than they really are, and you think about how they don't have, you don't think of them as real people. But he was a very real person. But it becomes an idea, Kobe Bryant was an idea, and he was helping women's basketball. He, the way he was with his daughter, and she wanted to be in the fucking WNBA, and that's just beautiful. I mean, there's this clip on, I think it's Jimmy Kimmel, talking about how Kobe was just like, he was talking about his daughter, and they were saying about how, like, oh, yeah, don't you feel bad that you don't have any sons? You need someone to carry on your legacy. And his daughter would cut him off and be like, whoa, 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 that's me. I'm the legacy. And then how he was like, yeah, you're right. You are the legacy. And that's just so awesome that he had his daughter's fucking back like that, I mean, look, it's hard enough for fucking women in certain ways. And just the fact that he was like an ally for his daughters, and like, it was just fucking so awesome. And it's like people need that. And now that he died in such a weird fucking way, it's about the idea. It's about the idea that died too. And but here's the thing, the idea didn't die, because you still have that idea. It still lives on. He's bigger than the person he was, which is fuck, man. I mean, it's more than 99.9% of people can say. And that's a beautiful fucking thing. And it's so tragic the way he died, and it's so tragic the way his, how it happened. But I mean, it's tragic. However, there is also the idea that lives on, and that is just, it's so special, man. I don't get too serious on this podcast too much, because we like to have a silly goose time, and that's my idea that I want to fucking get out there, but when there's a and that's bullshit, but there's a real idea behind Kobe Bryant, and it's just it's really touching, man, for a guy like me, for a guy like me who doesn't even fucking watch basketball. There were kids out. There was 9-year-olds out there that were like mourning the loss of Kobe Bryant, and 50-year-olds out there that were at the Staples Center that were like, and it's always a shame when somebody like that dies, because they're not able to witness the love for them and the togetherness that it brings us all together afterwards, and they're not able to see it. Like even my buddy Brody Stevens, who was a victim of suicide, like he killed himself, and like to see that guy was always insecure about people liking him. He thought people didn't like him. He thought, and he was one of the funniest guys I've fucking ever met in my life. And I would see him all the time at the Comedy Store, and he was a friend of mine, and he killed himself. And just the rallying that the people, the community, that the comedians, and then the people outside of people who were comedians, just fans that just got behind the idea of Brody Stevens. It's a sad but beautiful thing, and it's also a shame that person can never see it, because he would have loved to see it. And, I don't know. It just makes me think, people say, like, grab your loved ones and let them know you love them. And I suppose that's very important. But my heart goes out, man. And that sucks. And it's just a tragedy. And hopefully in a few weeks or months or however, a year, however long it takes you to grieve, like, you can just start celebrating the idea that Kobe Bryant was. And that's that, I mean, I think about Tupac all the time. I know I make jokes about how fucking, I got this shit on a loop here. So I fucked your bitch, and that's not really the idea that Tupac was behind fucking someone's bitch, but it was to me, Tupac it transcended hip hop. It transcended his rap music. Like, he got me through fucking certain times in, as silly as it is, a suburban white kid, but like high school and college and shit like that. And now, whenever some shit goes down, in the back of my head, a little bit, I ain't got no motherfucker. So I fucked your bitch, you fat and it helps. But, love or whatever out there to all the people that are affected by this. God, I can't believe how many people. I've never witnessed something, even the Michael Jackson thing. I know Michael Jackson was probably bigger than Kobe, but I've never seen something like this for a celebrity that died. Anyway, that's the real shit, and now we'll try to have a silly goose time. I mean, I don't ever promise you anything. It is what it is, and we fly by the seat of our pants, my babies, and it's all good, but it's cool. It's also cool to me that someone can, like LeBron's like this, like that someone can fucking be so in the spotlight, I mean, and under a microscope, and just, I mean, LeBron, just take LeBron, like, dude, where's his scandal? How is LeBron just basically, you know, Jesus? Like, I don't want to fucking get the Catholics mad, even though who cares? But, like, even though who fucking cares, right? Because it doesn't matter, right? I don't want to piss off the Catholics, but on one hand, I don't want to piss off the Catholics, but on the other hand, who cares, right? Couldn't care a rat's ass, you know what I'm talking about? So why is LeBron so perfect? How come nobody's like, yeah, LeBron fucking got mad and choked me? Like, bro, who was that one? Chris Webber? Was that the guy? Who was the guy that choked the dude? That guy wasn't even fucking LeBron, and he was like, I'm going to choke someone. How the fuck do you get everything? LeBron, the guy has got the greatest family, great, you know, he's got planes and houses. He listens to music on Instagram and makes this face. That's his scandal. That's it. Him turning it up on Instagram. That guy, is there a DM out there that can expose him? You know? The guy's fucking unreal and just... But my point is, how does he... Like, if someone fucked with LeBron, I feel like LeBron would be like, nah, that's not worth my time. I'm bigger than that. I want to be the bigger person. Bro, how do you have everything and also be the bigger person? If I had everything, I'm going to be a small person. If I had fucking more than 2 pools, I'm getting smaller. Dude, I swear to God, if I get fucking, if you ever see me, if I ever get a plane, for real, someone's going to have to throw me in because I'm going to be this big. I swear to God. Ladder, they'll be like, hey, well, ladder down. Dude, are you kidding me? Pilot, pick me up. Just chuck me in there. Small person now. Anytime some shit goes down, petty. Anytime some shit goes down, somebody could be like, you know, dude, I'm petty now, bro. I have to force myself to not clap back at these trolls in fucking Twitter, dude. I have to force myself not to. And when someone talks shit to me on Twitter, I have to force myself to turn this shit down that pops in my head. When somebody's in my Twitter, let's take him to a... I swear to God, if I get a plane, I'm this big. Straight up. I'm going to be so small, people are going to be like, where is he? And I'm going to be in the room. Swear to God, I'll be in a cupboard somewhere. Just like, let me out, bitch. I'm Chucky. Swear to God. When I get a plane, I'm Chucky. I'm getting overalls and a striped shirt. And just stabbing motherfuckers that talk shit to me on Twitter. How? How does it happen? Look at these motherfuckers that lose their minds. Look at Jared Leto. Hey, Jared Leto, we get it. You have 19 abs. Dude, you got abs touching your cock. We get it. They go all the way down. We get it, Jared Leto. You got abs that go from your Adam's apple all the way down to the base of your taint. Also, you're petty. Because you got a plane. When you get a plane, how do you not lose your mind? LeBron, he's like, nah, it's all good. I'm an idea. That's amazing, dude. I swear to God. I just don't understand how you can do that. I mean, I know people that are coming up now that are fucked in the head, and they're not even barely famous. They got tickets to sell. They got tickets left to sell, and they're like, I was with a buddy, and I'm not even going to name him because he's a buddy, but he snapped at at a fan, dude, and I was like, whoa, bro. What about becoming an idea? You don't even have a house yet. And this guy's like, some fan came up, hey, when are you going to be on Rogan again? And the guy says, I don't fucking know. What? What about LeBron, dude? You don't even have a pool that you don't share with someone. You got a pool that you fucking share with some families because you're in a complex. And it's fine, but don't snap. What about being LeBron? I know some of these fucking guys coming up, dude, and they're just petty, dude. And I try to keep a check on that, man. But, like, I'm not even talking about petty. I'm talking about, like, dicks. I know some comedians, man, and they're just jealous, bro. And it's like, why? We're all in this together. The second a person gets bigger, that's in stand-up, the second they get bigger, it's better for me. Why don't you realize that? The more it's better for all of us, the more it's better for all of us. If you go on a tour with somebody, if I was going to go on a tour with fucking Bobby Lee or whatever the fuck, and we were just, you know what? I don't want to work with that guy because this happened and that happened. Bobby's like, I don't want to work with that guy because his fucking lips are always wet and he looks like a bird. And I say to Bobby, I don't want to fucking work with Bobby anymore because he's literally a cartoon and he's 50 even though he's 12. And now we talk shit and then we don't go on tour together. Guess what? We lose out on each other's fucking fans. And it's not as good for each other. I mean, I got one buddy that just thinks everyone's out to get him, dude. I'm not going to tell you if he's an actor or a comedian, but he thinks that everybody is out to get him, dude. And he's fucking it up for himself. And I want to talk to the dude, but he's so hard to talk to. And I know that if we talk to each other, he's going to get defensive. And he's fucking it up for himself, dude, because he's about to have it all. And I just want to be like, what about planes, dude? And quite frankly, that's the T. Quite frankly, that's the T. And I don't say that kind of shit because you pretty much have to be like either a woman or gay to say that's the T. But I'll fucking say it as a heterosexual male. That's the T. So, I don't know, man. It's just, how are you not rooting for people? How are you not rooting for people? How are you not out there rooting for people? How do you let this shit, and I'm petty, but I'm petty to a point. If somebody talks shit, I talk shit. I told you, fucking, and I'm very interested in, but dude, that's where it stops. How are you not rooting for people, man? They're people that when they do well, if everyone's doing well, everyone's doing well. How is that something so hard to understand? Especially in the same business, dude. People are so jealous, man. And, I guess I get that way sometimes, but I try to fucking think about it. And I came from a good family, so, like, I had a leg up, My parents taught me well. And not everybody has had good parents, and not everybody has had a life of privilege, okay? But still, dude, there's people out there that were straight up fucked by their uncle that run businesses and are good ideas. So at the end of the day, a rising tide lifts all boats. And I don't know really what that means, but One Fire wrote it, and it's true. And I do know what it means. A rising tide lifts all boats. That's the truth. A rising tide, One Fire, fucking, that's the one thing he typed on the thing today for some reason. He thinks he's goddamn Confucius, and it's fine, dude. But it's true. A rising tide lifts all boats, dude. So get in the boat. Here comes the tide. I'm drinking hot tea, bitch.